Welcome back, everybody. This is Jasmine from the Embassy of Peace. We are continuing to film this year in response to all your emails and questions, your calls for help and perhaps a higher understanding. We felt today to just share a little bit about this up-leveling, upgrading process that is happening on Earth. To just share how when a new matrice, a new dream, a new potential, a new hologram of reality has been called in from the heart. Very different when somebody is trying to manifest something from the mind. When we do both, the marriage of intellect, the marriage of intuition, the marriage of intelligence and a real feeling in your heart, that stimulates incredible change, especially when it's been happening for a long time, especially when it's been happening in a way where all that is being called into being is for the highest good of humanity. I remember all through my childhood being fixated on finding a solution for world health and world hunger problems. And that call, because it was something beneficial for the human life wave, was constantly being answered in many different ways throughout my life, taking me into the direction of source feeding, which was not something I ever expected to come in, either to me or as a potential solution to that issue. But I've seen over time that it can be, when we're educated properly to understand what it really is. Similarly now, there is so much concern and so much fear, and I receive so many emails on people who are talking about vibrational changes where maybe they are going more into the rhythm of peace. Maybe they are doing some more intellectual research that's based on the call of their heart, and so they're feeding themselves emotionally and intellectually in a very different way that is now having a bit of negative biofeedback, you could say, as they change frequencies. Biofeedback from perhaps a husband or a wife or family or friends, because you are working on a different level, you're changing at a different pace. Also too, there is this thing that just happens when new holograms merge with old. The new hologram coming in is always, especially when it comes in collectively, it's always of a different vibratory signature, purer, higher, the next stage available to human evolution. And so as it comes in, it merges and mixes with all the old matrices. And so there is a period of chaos. The individual initiation for all of us now is to know that we are in high speed blending time of the greatest change we've seen on Earth for a long time. But those of you skilled, those of you who have picked up tools and techniques that have worked for you for a long time, or still work for you today, because sometimes what we used to do 10, 20 years ago just isn't working anymore. But you know that the greatest gift you can give your family, the greatest gift you can give your friends, is not to go into that same old combative I am right and you are wrong, or this is the way it should be. No, this is the way it should be, because that's the old paradigm. The greatest gift you can give yourself and anyone is to self-care and self-anchor. Self-anchoring means you choose, as we've been saying forever, you choose the vibrational frequency that you want to be anchored in, and then do what's required to anchor there. That means self-nurturing time. That means taking time every day to feed yourself with the most nourishing energies you can access intellectually, emotionally, physically, and just on a total level, the breath. All the meditators know, we can breathe, we can just step out of all the mixing and merging and chaotic changes that are happening in our world. As all our videos always say, and you can just let it all go, and every day step into chi fields that nourish. We have cosmic chi, we have pure essence chi, we have Mother Nature chi, we have that unconditional love chi that we engage in with friends, good friends and animals, and that we can engage in with ourselves as well. Chi is essence energy in different forms, and through the breath, through taking time every day to unhook and be in silent stillness, we can rejuvenate and regenerate and recharge ourselves and drop deeper, relax deeper, 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 so we are more permanently anchored in the very vibration that we wish to see manifesting now globally. More unity consciousness, more peaceful interaction, more dignity, more honor, more respect of each other's choices. We know so many of you have so much wisdom. You're keeping your system strong. You're keeping your system strong physically and emotionally and mentally, and etherically, because you know that it is natural for there to be chaos in your relationships, perhaps in the cultural realities around you, the community around you, the global game. This is normal, this is natural, with the merging of new matrices with old ways of being. Remember, everything that is in the old that does not meet the frequency of the new matrice that we are drawing in is going to be shaken up and rebalanced. And so how we can help it in this world is hold solidifying energy. Solidifying is like the glue that can bind matrices together, and that glue on a core level is always unconditional love. That's a hard one to practice. Unconditional love for self, unconditional love for each other, unconditional love for all sentient life in this world. And yet that unconditional love comes so much easier, actually rises and flows through us quite naturally when we take the time to be in stillness regularly and open up to the flows of the purest love that brought all love into being, all the romantic love, all the friendship love, all unconditional love. Every flavor of love is vibrating in the pure love zone, which is why we've always shared with you, practice daily this I am on the inhale and pure love on the exhale, while you just open to feel. Hold the intention that you are in stillness, that you are open to feel the purest currents of the very love that brought creation into being. That love that has all the vitamins and minerals and proteins and nourishments and elements and holds the greatest wisdom and benevolence. It's vibrating, remember, through all of us, through that 99.9% space in our atoms. It's vibrating all around us. So with stillness, with focus, we can breathe of that. We can claim it. We can live the sort of lifestyle that we talk about at the Embassy of Peace that lets us relax, 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 relax to that love, that source of energy. So we ourselves become free from so many human limitations and so many human hungers. Then we can hold, transmit the right frequency that many people are longing for, looking for, open to in our world right now. And we can share ways that they can anchor in that zone as well. And thus this chaotic time of mixing and merging and highest potential that's coming in to be revealed of a human life wave that operates truly at their highest potential, at our highest potential, that can come into being a lot sooner than if we keep focusing on the games of fear and separation and chaos and taking everything personally and going, This is the game of self-mastery. This is the game that you were born to fulfill, to be a nourishing presence at this time on earth as she up-levels and upgrades on all levels. It's Jasmine for the Embassy of Peace. Remember, we are never, ever given anything in life that we cannot handle. That's just universal law and how this quantum unified field of benevolence operates. Let's relax back to that field of love that's always there, open to its virtues, allow ourselves to be flooded by those virtues so we can be that beautiful, silent, transmissioning presence, not engaged in the war of words and ideology.